Hi guys, Ali Taylor down here at Heron's Reach, and today I'm going to be testing the new TaylorMade Truss putter. Right, so Truss putter, what are we talking about? So we are talking about this little design on top of the putter head, in between the head and the shaft, and about how this is apparently going to give loads more stability, help you hit better putts, help you hole more putts, but the proof is in the pudding. Let's see if Truss really works. So there's 4 current models in the Truss range. We've got TM1 and TM2, and we've got TB1 and TB2. So the TM are the mallet shaped heads and the TBs are the blade, and each of them have got a heel entry and a central shafted. So very much looking at how much toe hang. So I know for me, anything with very moderate toe hang really helps me with my slight arc to the stroke. So this should help me set the ball off nice and accurately. And I'm going to use Trackman for a bit of feedback on here. I know not everybody does, but for me there's 3 key skills we need to be a good putter. We need to be a good green reader, we need to be able to set the ball off on line, and we need to have good speed control. So we're going to take the green reading out of play by lining me up for a putt. We're going to see how well this, which should be the one that suits my style of stroke the best at setting the ball off on line, and then I'm going to give you a bit of feedback on kind of looks and feel, and that feel is going to be really what you then need to work on to get that better speed control, so that if they don't go in, they actually finish nice and close to the hole. But for now, let's have a really good close-up look at the head. Let's talk about some of the tech in this head. Is the technology going to make you a better putter? And then we're going to test it on Trackman, see if Truss really works. So this is a very, very traditional shape with the TB1, but we can see the idea of the truss is the more contact points that are across the top of the head, the better the stability on off-center strikes, so we should see less twisting, should see me setting the ball off on line. So certainly from the back, I don't necessarily think it's the best looking putter, but then as you look down on top, it's quite cleverly engineered that you don't really see the truss, that it looks much more like a traditional blade putter from the top. When you look at the bottom, this is what I find quite interesting with the Truss putters. So I've actually got different weights in the toe and heel. So I've actually got 15 grams in the toe, only 7.5 in the heel. So for me, this is going to get the putter head closing a little bit earlier. And we can see when we go onto the face, the little insert there, the 45-degree grooves are supposed to be there to get the ball rolling better off the face. So we'll see on our percentage roll if this really does get the ball rolling well. So I mean, for me it's a really good looking putter, and I think as I get set up over the golf ball, this is where I can give you some really good feedback on whether it fits your eye. And that's the real idea between the 4 different models. If you're somebody who really likes a blade looking putter, the TB range is really going to help. If you're somebody that prefers that mallet look, you know, that's where the TM range is really going to be better for you. I mean, a great example of this is Dustin Johnson. By all accounts, the feedback from the guys at TaylorMade is Dustin really likes the look of a blade putter, but really his kind of head says the mallet gives me that extra stability. So you see Dustin move quite a bit between kind of a very blade style and maybe more into the spider that gives him that kind of extra stability. Now he has already won on tour with the TB1, which was part of the reason I wanted to get my hands on this and try this. So he's saying that this is kind of the best of both worlds. He gets the visual looks, but he also gets the performance that the stability gives. Let's see if this could go in my bag, because if it does tick all the boxes, you guys know what I'm like. If it works better, it's straight in there. Right, and like I said, so I've got Trackman set up, I've got my iPad there for a bit of feedback. I'm going to share the numbers with you guys so you can just see how good or not so good this model is. Now there's obviously always user error on this. I'm going to use the TaylorMade Pix golf ball as well, kind of just full TaylorMade putter option here. So I'm going to set myself up. I've got about 10, 12 foot. There's no holes actually in the greens at the moment that the ball can go into because we're still kind of just out of lockdown in the UK. But I'm going to hit some putts. I'm going to show you some numbers on how good this model is at setting the ball off online. So like I said, those 3 skills to reading, to holding more putts. Green reading, I've done that. Can I set the ball off online? We're going to see. And then speed control is that feel. So I do really like the look of this when it's over the golf ball. And I'll be honest, I saw this probably about 8 months ago. And I don't know whether actually the model that I'm seeing now is a slightly refined version, but the initial model I saw, I didn't really love the look, and I thought you could see a little bit more of the truss as you address the golf ball. But I think that looks absolutely fantastic over the golf ball. So let's hit some putts and see how the putter works. So it definitely feels a little bit softer off the putter face than I would normally use. Now I don't massively have an issue with that because there is an insert in there, but certainly if I get the ball lined up, which is something I'm starting to use more and more with my putting, and it helps I can use the line now because I feel the putter does set the ball off better. And what we know from the feedback with Trackman is if you've got a dead straight putt and you aim at the middle of the hole, as long as you get the speed right and you can deliver the putter within 1 degree, left or right, the ball's got a chance to go in. Any more than that though, and you are going to miss, and then it's either a misread or we've had a little bit of good luck. But those first 2 straight away under 1 degree with my launch direction, it's very easy. I like the line on the back of the putter, helps me line up better. And I do, like I said, it feels a little bit softer, but I don't dislike how that feels off the putter face. And again, the whole thing, lining the ball up is a skill. Not enough people practice that. So as long as I'm happy with that, I can get myself set over the golf ball. Now, interestingly, I really like the grip on this putter. So it's a Lamkin Sink Fit Skinny. Now, I don't think that feels quite as thin as some of the putter grips that they've been on in the past. So I do like something a bit thinner. I think it helps me have a little bit more feel. But once I get set over there, I like just that little bit of extra thickness in the grip. Like I said, I love the way that looks. And definitely the more putts I hit, I start to get used to how that feels. Okay, so let's just hit a couple more putts. Right then, so let's look at some performance numbers there. Just half a dozen putts, but gives you an idea straight away of some of the things I'd be looking for in a putter if I was choosing. So my launch direction there was really good. It was 0.4 degrees off straight. There was a little bit of difference in there, but that could be me just lining up slightly wrong or not making a great stroke. 87% roll, so it really shows that the ball gets rolling end over end nicely. Now, is that the grooves? Maybe. Is that me putting a good stroke on it? I'll let you guys decide that. Is it the technology or is it me? And the skid distance on those 12-foot putts, well, that's how far it was rolling, the ball was skidding for about 19 inches on there. Now, I would say the green here is a little bit on the slow side. So as the green gets quicker, I would maybe expect to see the ball start to roll a little bit earlier than that. But all in all, great performance figures. So now I'm just going to hit a few different putts to get an idea on some feel and then give you guys an overall view on what I think of the Truss putter. Yeah, so certainly from a performance perspective, I think that style of putter, the TB1 for me, really suits my stroke, really helps me set the ball off online. So does it help me set the ball off? Absolutely. Green reading, there's no putter in the world helps with that. That's down to me. And then speed control. Now, I think it'd take a little bit of time for me to get used to, because that insert definitely feels just that little bit softer than I'm used to, but I don't have an issue with that. That's a case then of spending some time hitting different length putts. Obviously it's the length of swing that governs that energy that I'm putting into the golf ball. So I'm very sure that if I spent a little bit of time working with that, my feel would be really good. I'm generally a good green reader, so if I tick those 3 skills that I need, I will definitely hold more putts, and that is certainly something that I would consider putting in my bag. Now, does the truss really make a massive difference? I don't know. I think it's very hard, and I think a lot of manufacturers talk about the technology that goes into putters. I do think it can make a difference, but I do think it's minimal. Yes, I would also argue that those minimal little changes could, over a period of time, add up to be a number of shots. But I think the key is to get along, get fitted. The beauty with the truss stuff is there is some tech in there to give more stability. You can then pick a blade or a mallet, both of which should give good stability, but you can have something that maybe fits your eye and works. So all in all, TB1, will it go in my bag? I'm not sure. We might have to have a shootout between this and what's currently in my bag to see what works. So guys, hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, like and share it, comment below and I'll get back to as many people as I can. If you enjoyed today's content and you don't currently subscribe, please consider clicking the button below, ring the notification bell, and then you'll find out when I drop a new video. Follow me on all my social media platforms, all under Ali Taylor Golf. Hopefully catch up with some of you guys down here soon. Stay in contact.